Welcome to The Real Cosmic Joke.
Welcome back, everyone.
I'm wearing a rain jacket today, so it might be... Can you guys hear it?
Everyone's gonna be like, what is that noise?
It's me moving.
We're just eating candy. It's not really a rain jacket. Just kidding. Okay, all my weekly update. I feel like it's been 5 years since our last get together. It feels like 5 years. You even said this morning when you came over, time just feels so weird. It feels like we haven't seen each other in forever, but then also it feels like time is like flying.
Flying.
Yeah. Why have you felt that? Like busyness or
well,
it
I
just
feel
feels
like
weird?
I was in a very slow mode.
Yeah.
And I guess that's winter, right? Is it very slow? And I was like, all right, universe, like, I'm ready. Come on. And then it's like, oh, you fucking ready? Here's machine gun of all the things. Like, here's this and this and this and this. And now I'm like, oh, okay. I actually only want a few of these things.
Actually, I don't want all of those.
Thanks to the grocery store option, though.
Yeah.
Why have you felt like it's flying?
You know, I think I've been really busy and new opportunities have come my way. And I just feel, I feel really busy. And so I think it's just like I blink and it's already 4:00 and I'm like, oh my gosh, where'd the day go? So yeah, it's been crazy.
Oh my gosh, life updates.
I know. We were just laughing about all our life updates. Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, go first.
Okay, so I just got back from Zion. If you follow me on Instagram, I did get a little vulnerable and talk about how Sandra and I have become roommates. I don't know if I've said this in a past episode, but we are in a building season, which we thought was going to be our 2024, but psych, joke's on us. This is our building year, I guess. I don't know. Things just didn't end how we thought they were going to in 2024. So Sandra has taken on a different job and he's running his business and I'm wanting to just slow down more. That's like what I'm desiring and be in more flow. And so we've kind of just turned into roommates being on such like just busy schedules and things have shifted and we haven't prioritized time together. We do have a date night once a week and that's been great. But even lately we're just like so tired. We're like, let's just watch TV together. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, we're being lazy. And we keep joking like, hey, roomie. Like, that's what we say to each other when we walk by. Like, kiss, hug, hi, roomie. I'm like, hey, but really, this is getting to a point where we need to not be roommates because for me, and I joke about this with him, once I decide I'm done with something, like, I'm done. So if like it gets to the point where I'm like, like I'm done.
Yeah, you're just existing.
Yeah, I'm just done. And so I'm like, I don't really want to get to that point with you where it's like, we've been roommates for so long that I'm just like, meh.
Yeah,
not, like
it's
I'm
got to
done.
shift.
Yeah,
and you have to actively put work in.
Yes, and I mean that's a relationship for you. And so I'm like, okay, I'm gonna surprise him and do like a little Zion overnight, which Zion's like 45 minutes away from us. It is beautiful. I'm so grateful to live that close to something so majestic. It ended up being a very short overnight because then he had to leave to Texas, which, you know, it is what it is, but it was so good. Like we had a lot of hard, deep conversations and it always happens that way. Anytime we are together alone and we have that space, we get into deep conversations. Like, are we happy with where our life's at? And like, we start dreaming big. What do we want for our future? And it's just such good conversations. And I think if in your relationship, your romantic relationship, if you're not having these hard conversations and you're not being a mirror for the other person and you're not diving deep, you're not growing as a person and you're not growing as a couple. So it was awesome. Like I feel on cloud 9 again and it's been a while since it's felt like that. So, and it just reminds me. So prior to this year, we were traveling every 3 months together.
Wow.
I used to get so much shit for it on Instagram. Like, you guys are always gone. What do you do with your kids? And blah, 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 blah. I'm like, we are prioritizing our marriage and we are allowed to have a life outside of parenting. It's actually very healthy. And I definitely want my kids to see that. I want them to see us prioritizing our joy in our relationship. That's exactly what I want them to see. And then last year, we only traveled once together, and we haven't done that in like 8 years.
Oh, wow.
So we were literally traveling every 3 months until this last year. And so, you know, finances aren't as flexible right now. And so Sedona it was.
Or Zion?
Oh, yeah, Zion. Oh, my gosh. I have something on my mind apparently that I'm excited to talk about.
Where are you going next week?
Okay, I'll pivot into this next conversation. So yeah, the trip was really good. We had to come home early because Sandra had to leave. And next week, actually on Sunday, we are taking the kids to Sedona for spring break, which I'm also very excited for. And Baytop is coming with us. I'm gonna let her explain why, but I just have to say this. I freaking love when shit just magically works out. And like when I got the text from you, I'll let you like tell the whole story. But when I got the text from you saying like Sedona, I'm like, no freaking way. We're literally going there in 5 days. And how it all worked out. This is the stuff that just that I know that everything works out how it's supposed to, and the universe is just so full of magic if we allow it to be, because of how this worked out. Okay.
Yeah,
now
it's
you
so
explain.
serendipitous. Well, I think I texted Jalynn. I was like, all caps, I found my husband.
Which was my favorite. I was like, wait, what? You didn't even yesterday, you didn't even.
I wasn't even seeing anyone. Now I found my husband.
Yeah, this is my favorite.
Well, here's the thing that you guys should know. I am delusional.
Which is why we love you.
Yeah, I am that character that's going to go 0 to 100. And if it doesn't work out, say la vie, I'm on to the next chapter.
Yeah, lessons. But that's a beautiful way to view life, because you're always going to be either learning or growing.
Exactly. Like, and it's art.
You're embracing the lesson and the moment. And I love that about you.
Thank you. It's everyone's like, oh man, aren't you? Yeah. So anyways, I met this man. I asked ChatGPT, I said, make me a profile so that like men come to what I got to offer. You know what I mean? Like, I want to speak to the masculine man. I want like family values. I want someone that's going to provide. Well, I didn't put providing, but we all know, I would like a provider. Yeah. But a protector. And I actually got a bunch of messages, because every time I've been on a dating app, I've been so rejected on them that it's like my soul hurt. So I was like, you know what? I'll give Facebook dating a try, and put my bio up there, and I had all these men reach out, and they're like, I love your bio. I love your profile. Like, you're such a refreshing. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you, Chad. Thank you. And this man, he messaged me, and he's like, I just love your feminine, playful energy. And I was like, I really love that you witnessed that. Okay. And so we started just talking, and then we, switched over to phone numbers, and then we started voice noting, and I was like, yeah, he's cool. And I was like, well, how do you stand politically? What's your, what's going on there? And he just let the cat out of the bag. I'm not going to say where he stands, but it was aligned exactly with me. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I was like, me too. And then, I'm unvaccinated, and if you chose to get it, that is your journey. But my journey has been, I want to find a mate that values that and that wants to like raise a family and probably not vaccinate our children at all. Like I have these like holistic preferences, and he's like totally aligned with that. And so anyways, we just started talking. Then we hopped on a phone call. We ended up speaking for like 3 hours, and literally every single day, it's just been these profoundly beautiful conversations. And I feel like when you go through so much pain in life that, you learn so many lessons, like myself. And so my discernment is extremely high. And to the way that he's witnessing me in just this like short period and the depths that we're going to, people are like, he could be love bombing you. And I'm like, I've been love bombed in every single relationship. And this is totally different.
It doesn't feel like, from an outsider perspective, I would tell you if I felt like there were red flags.
Yeah, it doesn't feel
like love bomb. It doesn't feel like love bombing doesn't feel authentic.
Yeah, it feels inauthentic.
Even if you're forcing, it's not authentic.
Yeah, and it's like this graspy, like, oh my gosh, I got to see you, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And so, I told Jalynn, he lives in Sedona, and I was like, I want to go visit him. She's like, you want to come with us? I was like, girl, yes, I'm a hop on the car. I'll hop in your car. Let's fucking go. And I said, in the case I end up marrying this man next week,
I was like, you better fucking invite me if you get married. If I'm
Yeah.
there and you get married, I'm gonna be so mad.
People are like, don't do that. I'm like, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
It's
Why
not.
not
It's
get
not
married
like
next
It's
week?
not like you're 18 and you have no life experience and you don't know what you want. Like you know what you want.
I want a baby. I want this.
Well, and you've checked his astrology. You like know you guys are compatible. You know so much about him at this point. It's like.
Yeah, I'm
YOLO.
like, fuck yeah. I'm
YOLO.
Like, let's go to the courthouse, babe. Let's just write it. And I mean, worst comes to worst is I get pregnant and we have a baby like in 9 months. Like, I'll get pregnant next week. I'll get married next week.
Oh my God.
And then we have a baby. And then we just, he can financially afford the baby and, whatever. But I feel like it might work out. You know what? I want to be a mom. I want to be a wife. Like, let's just throw ham at the wall and see what happens.
Ham. I've never heard that one.
I made that one up.
Oh, God. So basically, when the next episode comes out, Baytop could either be heartbroken or pregnant or married or murdered. I don't know.
I told him because, that most of the serial killers are white people, white men. And so I said, you could totally kill me. Like, I don't mind because I would like to go up to my home planet sooner than later. I said, but if you are going to murder me, I need to be gassed first before you chop off all my limbs.
Like, please just be gentle with me.
And he's like, I'm not going to murder you. Like, but just in case you do, like, I just need to know.
And then we have Protector Sonder with his masculine energy who's like, wait, what is she doing? I was like, babe, it's fine. Yeah. This is so exciting. Like, just let her live her life.
Yeah.
So he might be lecturing you on the drive down, like, be careful. But I did see pictures of him and he's so cute and his dog is so cute and he has an Egypt tattoo. So I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
I'm all for everything I've heard. I'm obsessed with and I'm like giddy for you. I haven't felt giddy like this in a long time. So I'm like living through you. This is such a fun time when you're first meeting someone. And I told you, like, even when they touch you for the first time, even if it's like a hand on your leg or like a hug or like they put your hand around, it's just like so giddy.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, don't look when I hug him. I'm like, close your eyes. Because she's dropping me off at his house. I'm like, don't look.
You just run and we'll just leave.
I'm here.
I don't want to be like in your first moment. I don't want to ruin your first moment. Just text him and be like, wait to hug me and tell my friends you're gone.
He's like, he's my height, which I don't mind. I said, you promise you're my height, because I've also seen the theme in the narcissist men I've dated. They're like, I'm 5'9", and they end up being like 5'5", and I'm like, I don't care that you're short. Like,
but own it.
But just tell me the truth.
Yeah, own it.
Up. And he's like, I promise. I said, okay, I really hope when I get there we're the same height and you're not a little troll.
he's like 4'9". Yeah. He's like, close enough.
Like, if you're 4'9", just let me know.
No, he didn't look short. And I would have thought he was even taller. Oh yeah. Like based on
he might be.
Who knows?
Yeah.
So exciting, guys.
So I'll let you know, and then I'll let you know the pregnancy results.
Where we go from 0 to 100 around here. I'm the same way, though.
Yeah, like, okay, explain it more.
Well, as soon as I know something, it's like, let's fucking go.
Let's go.
Like, whether I'm getting divorced, whether I'm quitting a business, whether I'm starting a business, whether I'm over a friendship, whether I'm over a husband, like, whatever it is. I'm like 0 to 100.
Didn't we meet again and we just did a podcast like the next week or something?
Well, yeah, we met and I was like, okay, so do you want to do a podcast together?
Hi, do you want to be
I know we just met, but like, do you want to commit to me for a long time? Yeah, once I know something is for me, like if my gut tells me to do something, I am all in. Like I have no chill. Yeah,
I have no chill.
But I love that.
Me too. I'm all about the lessons and
I love passionate people.
Me too. What I have noticed is I'm a very intense person. But I'm not like like insane intensity. Yeah. And a lot of people who are also intense, there's a level of insanity attached to them. So if I could find someone who's like equally intense but not insane, like because I keep questioning him, like, you promised me you're not insane. He's like, well, you want to call my mom? Like, you want to call my friends?
Do you want to meet my mom while you're...
I'm like, all right, I'm going to trust it.
Okay, I have another funny story because I came home and told Sonder. So Baytop and I went to lunch last week. Was it last week? Time is so weird.
No, 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
wow. Okay, 2 weeks ago. And I was joking to Sandra about this because I could not be more opposite of you when it comes to meeting people. Like, Baytop will just make friends with everyone and have their numbers, and we'll be in a group chat within like 20 minutes of meeting these people. And it makes me so uncomfortable. And I keep seeing all these memes about like your friend on vacation. And you're like, oh, yeah, I made plans with the guy at the bar. And I'm like, wait, you met, you know? I just feel like that reel was like so
Oh yeah, I
our
sent her
relationship.
she's like, this friend was like, who are you sending a photo to? And she's like, Carrie. And she's like, Carrie from where? You know, Carrie, the one who took my product in the TSA line. And we befriended each other, and she wants to know updates about my life.
Yeah, that's literally you.
That's me, yeah.
So we like went and met these ladies that were so freaking cute, but I was so uncomfortable because I am like such a introvert, and I do not just go, it's like takes a lot for me to connect with someone. That's why I was so excited to be friends with you, you know? So you just have to like, I just have to highlight that because I feel like that is a talent and a skill.
Thank you.
That you can just like go make friends like that.
Yeah, and they were good. Cool. They're good people.
Oh, they were amazing.
Yeah,
but I would never.
If you know, if you're listening and you know where we live, we're going to have a foraging night. So basically, these women, so freaking cute. They have it's called Good Medicine.
Yeah. They
do holistic skincare line, and it's oils, lotions, balms, everything. Beautiful. And they actually, all their products are from local Southern Utah. And so I asked her if we could do like a foraging night. I basically was like, I want to go foraging for stuff, and can I join you?
And then all of a sudden we had a group chat and like 50 different links going and all sorts of stuff.
So if we're only doing women. Sorry, boys.
I don't think boys would care.
Yeah,
they don't care.
But we're going to go out to the desert at some point. We're going to gather a group of women. We're going to go forage, and then we're going to go bring it back. And then she'll have like product that she can make from all of that stuff, from sagebrush to oils and roots and dirt. And she uses the sand from the desert as her scrub.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Speaking of skincare.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of skincare, what did I just join?
You just joined you guys, we just sucked Baytop into network marketing.
Yeah, this is my first time ever.
And I just have to say this. I know it gets a bad rap, and I know some of you probably listening think, oh my gosh, MLMs are such a scam. They're not a scam. And I will tell you, I just started a new opportunity this week with a business doing like social media marketing and with a company that I just love. And I kind of just like, it just reminded me how much I love network marketing, because in network marketing, like I'm watching my husband do his business. I'm watching other friends have businesses. What I love about network marketing is we do not have to worry about any of the behind the scenes things. We don't have to do manufacturing. We don't have to source. We don't have to do legalities or human resource. Like we don't have to take care of any of that. We just get to share a product we love, and the income is not, there's no cap. And that's what I need for myself. I need to have freedom and flexibility, which for me means I need to be in control of my income. Like I do not want a cap on my income. I want to show up when I feel good about it. Like if I'm excited about something, I want to get on social media and share it. If I don't want to share about something for a week, I don't want to share it.
Yeah, you know? Exactly.
And so I have freaking loved network marketing for that reason. I've obviously been doing it for 10 years now, which is so crazy to even think about that. And I've tried to dabble in other things. I've started a clothing brand at one point. I have tried to start and dabble in things. And I'm like, why would I do this when this other thing is so easy? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I know it gets a lot of hate, but I just want to like share that piece of it because it is such a really cool opportunity. And if you hate it because there's sleazy people out there like, hey, girling you and DMing you, that's their issue. It's not a network marketing issue. Like, they're not being authentic to themselves and they're doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. I never send cold messages, and I never have. Maybe I haven't back in the day, but I've always been authentic and just showed up and shared stuff I love.
Also, what is that company culture where the people feel obligated to have to go out and DM random people?
Well, it's just bad training, and it's just yucky culture. It's like to me, it's a lack
What
mindset.
companies push that?
I don't want. I don't want to call it.
You're right.
I think older models have definitely pushed that.
Okay.
And I'm sure there are individual leaders that are like, oh yeah, let's cold message people, but
it's not natural for the feminine to just cold call, and
you want to connect with people.
It is. I mean, we're naturally ecosystem builders. We're community
Yeah.
builders. Like it's just part of, like, you call your girlfriends.
Mm-hmm.
I want to spend all day on the phone with my girlfriends. Like, I love the guys, but I just want to be talking to my girls.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say I've been quite judgmental of network marketing, and
Oh, I was hardcore before I started.
yeah, and then just being around you and our friend Katie and some others. I actually haven't been thought about networking marketing for a few years, so it's not like I've had any. It's probably been neutral in my mind, but I love the way you guys live. Like, I love witnessing the freedom Katie has with her kids and how passionate she is. I love witnessing your passion, and just, you guys both have fucking amazing skin.
Thank
And
you.
I feel like I'm just getting hotter and hotter hanging out with you guys. So I'm getting more abundant. I'm getting hotter. Like, why would I not want to be part of a fun group of women who are
Well, that's the other thing.
doing
Community.
cool shit?
Community. That's the other thing. Like, else do you have access to all these women who are collaborating and helping each other and providing resources for each other? Like, there is nothing better out there versus like starting your own business and doing something on your own and dealing with all of this stuff. Like, that doesn't appeal to me. And no hate to anyone doing their own business. Like, that's hard work and you're a badass.
I might be a whole changed woman. I might literally,
She might be hey girling you soon. Just kidding.
Hey girl, it's me. Thanks for listening to my podcast. Also, have you heard about Olive Beta?
Oh, it's so fun. And
if you want to be one of our, I know Jalynn has her own stuff, but if you want to DM me, I would love some first customers.
Yeah.
My skin literally,
give Baytop her first sell to somebody out there.
please. My skin looks amazing.
It really does.
Amazing.
Well, that's why I brought it up. I was just looking at you and I was like, your skin's like glowing more than I've seen it ever glow before.
Exactly.
So
and this is 2 weeks of product.
I know, that's exciting.
It's very exciting.
And I'm like 8 months in and this is how much my skin has changed. Like, it's very exciting. And without toxic products, and it comes from the freaking earth. And that's why I'm just like, oh my gosh, I just love sharing things that improve my life. And I'm a Leo, so I love all things appearance and beauty. And so that's just, I love it so much.
Yeah, your skin looks amazing.
Thank you.
I want to learn from that. I mean, here's the thing is, I think especially in your 30s and 40s, like, we can hate on beauty, but the reality is when we live healthier and just live, I think, a more beautiful life, things naturally come to us. Like, we are more embodied in our feminine energy.
And if we, sorry,
I was going to say, your skin is like such a huge, like, I've literally posted photos in the last week and people are like, oh my gosh, you look so hot. What have you been doing? And I'm like, literally, I've been hanging out with my friends and they gave me free skincare samples.
Good. I forgot what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I also feel like it is not shallow to take care of yourself, and it does not mean you hate aging and you don't want to age. But I think there's something that goes to, there's just something there when you take care of your skin that makes you show up better. Like, when I feel good from the outside, that just radiates from the inside as well.
Yeah. And look at the people in our circle. I mean, we are all starting to push later 30s. And we look really young compared to many of our peers.
Yeah.
We look youthful because we feel youthful. And I don't know how I've been able to survive so many years without having a consistent job. Like, if I told Jalynn
that's impressive.
How much I live on a year's, like, what she makes, I don't know. She makes more in a month than what I've lived on in a year in some years. And the fact that I'm so youthful, I think it's because I haven't tied myself down to a job and I've been energetically aligned.
Well, there's something to freedom. I think when there's less stress there and more flow, it just naturally doesn't age you. Like, stress from a job, from life, from anything, that actually ages us a lot.
Yeah. And I feel like you guys are making good money. You're loving what you do. You're creating balance with your family. Like, I want that. I want to be a mom and I want to have abundance and I want to be around.
Well, that's why it's so awesome, because we can work when we want, and like, I can be with my kids when I want. I can go on a vacation when I want. And I know that stuff is like mocked sometimes, like, oh, freedom, but it is true.
Yeah.
And this is the only way I want to live, honestly. Sandra keeps saying like, oh, do you want to start a business with me? Do you want to do this? I'm like, no, I don't want to be in charge of a business. Like, I love what I do.
Yeah.
I love that I just get to show up when I want to and share things that I'm really passionate about while sharing my journey and how different products have helped me. Like that has been so fun for me.
Yeah. I feel that. And if you sign up with me and you make 200, if you do a sale for $250, I'll give you a free human design and gene key reading.
Oh, that's like a really good deal.
That's the price of freaking a reading.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, hit me up, inbox, DM. People watching this are like, what the fuck happened on this podcast? Babe, I don't know. Well, we're
just getting abundant and hot. That is what's happening on this podcast.
Abundant and hot and a good product.
Yeah. Well, obviously, I would never push something that isn't aligned. Like when something stops being aligned with me, you will know because I will be like, on to the next thing. But I feel like I'm in such a good flow right now with the things I'm sharing. They've all helped my life so much. So it just feels so yummy.
I'm grateful. Thank you.
Okay, let's talk about this month because I know that there's so much chatter on the internets of astrology this month and the energy. And so we kind of want to go over what is happening and kind of our advice of how to move through it and how to stay open. And, we're going to have some big transformations this month. And I, for one, am just very excited about what's coming. And also I'm like, is there really a change coming? You know what I mean? It feels like it's been so long. I'm like, is something are we really going to shift?
Yeah, I was telling Jalynn that this feels like a portal month, and it feels like and you've mentioned this in different words, but we're being rewarded because we really have for the last few years put so much time into healing, evolving, and letting go of these systems that no longer support us.
100%.
And then when you do that, I do fully, truly believe that the universe, knowing that there's going to be this mass awakening. Oh my gosh, my ear is ringing and I have full body chills.
I can see your chills on your chest.
The universe knows and is aware of this, and they want to give us more to help us support this narrative of holding space for what's about to come, the collective awakening.
Yeah. Okay, should I dive in?
Yes, please.
And then, okay, I'm going to do the basics, and then if you have stuff to add, you just throw in. Okay, so Venus retrograde is going to be highlighting themes from October 2024, which actually wasn't that long ago. So I had to go on my calendar and look back. And that actually was the month that Baytop and I reconnected. Yeah. It was October 30th.
And what did you say just now?
So it's there's going to be lots of relationship themes. So basically this retrograde, the Venus retrograde, is going to be highlighting themes from October. So I literally cannot remember what happened last week, let alone in October. But if you can go back, if you have a journal or just go back and look in your calendar and see okay, what were the themes for me that month? And for me, I was really begging the universe to give me a friend. You.
Girl,
that's what was going on is we were also in the process of getting our house ready to sell. It was very stressful. There was some relationship stuff going on with Sandra and I, just again, the roommate situation, just all of that stuff. So it's very interesting to see these themes circling back around. So just take note of that. This month is big on accountability, lots of reflection. There's going to be a lot of things coming up to reflect on and a lot of things that you're going to need to be just radically accountable for. Yummy. It's exciting. This feels exciting. Okay, there's also a full moon eclipse in Virgo, which means cycles and doors are closing. Lots of emotions are going to come with that. So cycles and doors closing. What does that mean to you?
I'm trying to leave the state of Utah, so I'll be back once a month to film a podcast.
I know, but that's going to make me so sad, but fine.
I think I just need to leave maybe for a little bit just to get out, and then perhaps when I can come back, but it feels like it just feels
you could have that door closing for you right now.
Yeah. What about you? What door's closing for you?
I think the cycles with relationships and maybe stuff with my sexuality, as in I have had a lot of past trauma when it comes to how I was raised. You don't have sex, you don't have sex, you don't have sex. All of a sudden you're married, now you have sex. And then just navigating all of that. And I've never really had a sex drive. And for probably like 8 years of my life, I just thought something was wrong with me. So I was constantly trying to fix myself, when I think the theme there was just like learning to love myself and accept myself as I am. And then things will start happening. Does
Yeah.
that make sense?
Yeah.
So I just feel like these cycles are kind of all circling back around for me. And I don't know what's going to come. I really don't this month. Like it's already what, the 3rd, March 3rd,
Yeah.
4th. I don't know what day we're on. But I'm already
Fourth.
oh, perfect. I'm already seeing things that are like illuminating for me. You know, that's like,
Yeah.
okay, this is something I need to focus on, or this is something that it's just helping me see my path a little clearer. Like things that
Yeah,
are coming up.
it's almost like we spent the last little bit filling a grocery cart and now we're putting things back that we don't actually need.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a good analogy.
Yeah, thank you.
Eclipse season, that's what we're in right now. So if you hear people say like, oh, eclipse season, we have two eclipse this month. So eclipse season is not a time to force or manipulate or control. So that's a good one to note. Don't try to control things. Don't try to force things. It's a test of our stamina, full surrender to what's coming for our highest good. So really like fully surrendering into what's coming up, even if it feels really hard. Try to just stay curious and not cling on to things falling apart. So we can probably relate this to our individual lives and also collectively. If things are falling around us and they're feeling very chaotic, politically especially, just let it go. Just let it go.
Yeah, let
Just
it go.
let it fall. The harder you cling to things falling apart, the more difficult this month is going to be for you and moving forward.
Yeah, if it's hard, if everything is hard, your relationship is super hard. I mean, I know there's cycles of hard and easy in
Yeah.
relationships, but if it's like over and over and over again and your work is like the same thing, you're just stressed.
Holding
Like
on.
to be at the end of the day, your personal health and your connection to self like is more important than anything else. And so just being maybe doors do need to close.
Yeah. Exciting. It's
Exciting.
gonna be interesting. Okay, so the next is Mercury in retrograde. So this is the theme around this is just being careful with your travels, especially towards the end of the month. So basically just like double check your reservations, make sure you have your times down, maybe show up early to the airport, that kind of stuff. And then another eclipse at the end of March. This is a new moon solar eclipse in Aries. So this is all about new beginnings, fresh starts, and opportunity. So I want you to notice here, the beginning of the month, the theme is literally letting go, losing control, or like letting go of control, not manipulating things. And then we're ending the month with new beginnings, fresh starts, and opportunity. That is very powerful.
Yeah.
So there's going to be a lot of letting go, maybe some pain at the beginning, and then new opportunity and fresh start. So that's why it's like, just let it go. If something's falling apart in your life, like love it and just let it go, because there's exciting things happening at the end of the month, which is so exciting. So the biggest shifts will happen at the end of the month. So Neptune moves into Aries, and there hasn't been a shift here since 2011. So this is a big shift.
Holy shit.
So Neptune's moving from water to fire. So Pisces to Aries, which could not be more opposite signs. So we're moving from a dreamy, sensitive energy to fire, like literal fire.
From 2011 to now?
Yeah.
I got engaged in 2011.
Oh my gosh.
And it never worked out.
Clearly.
Interesting. Just kidding. Interesting. Oh yeah,
Just
I'm
kidding.
here. I know, duh.
JK. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so this just means more motivation, more fire. It's going to be more about the individual, radical accountability. More is going to be revealed in politics and religion. And it's time to get out of a victim mindset. And I talked about this on my Instagram. This is such a touchy subject, because I feel like a lot of people like to throw the words around of you're privileged as like an insult. And so I went on a little bit of a rant about it on Instagram. I don't know if you saw it, but
No, I did not.
Yeah, it was a good rant. It was a
Oh,
really
dang
good
it.
rant.
Did you screenshot
And
it?
it was just me trying to offer a bigger perspective. Do I know that I am privileged? Yes. But the people who want to tell me that are trying to insult me and make me feel like a garbage human.
Yeah.
It's a very weird, interesting conversation. And I feel like the people throwing that term around are people who are in a victim mindset and they want me to be mad about the things they're mad about. And when I choose not to be mad about what they're mad about, they throw that at me.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm just like, I'm done. No more. It's annoying, honestly. And I'm like, let's step out of this victim mindset.
Yeah.
Like, I understand there's a lot of shit going on right now, and there's a lot of people who have barely anything right now, but we have to get through this. We need to let things break down so that we can all rise up together as a community, as individuals. The systems right now are not helping us in any way, shape, or form, and it has to crumble. So people need to stop fucking fighting the crumbling. Like, stop going around calling people names because it's not helping anything.
Yeah.
Like, fighting about politics, not helping. Sorry. It just is not helping.
It's not helping.
No.
I feel like I posted something today and then I read you some of the comments.
Yeah.
And like I posted with some curiosity.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like that's what I got in response.
Yeah.
Was curiosity, right? Like it was just people making statements. It wasn't this attack.
Well, that's because you weren't attacking.
Yeah.
You weren't like, you're an idiot if you believe something different than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. And then I responded, I'm like, wow, this, opened my mind. Thank you.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's if in the case we are wanting to be political and, I for years I went down that route and it doesn't kind of leads to like a wrecked nervous system. But I think we get to be even more curious about the way we're approaching things, which is easier said than done.
Well, if you feel called to talk about politics, like more power to you, but stay curious. The second we become attached to an identity or to a group, you are just going to be triggered and stressed all the time.
Yeah.
Because there's always going to be something that you feel like is going against you, and you're always going to feel like you're in some victim mentality, and that is just I can't do it anymore. Like, I don't want to be around that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to have conversations with that. I will just start blocking people who are in that because I don't have space. I don't have space for that. I just don't. So
bye.
Sorry, guys.
Well, too, what I love is I can say anything online, and all my friends, like, if I change my opinion the next day, none of my friends care.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, cool. That's how
it should be.
That's how it should be. And so it's so beautiful because, like, there's no expectations.
Yeah.
Like, I can go home back to my friend group, and they're all going to love me the same, regardless of what my opinion was.
Yep. And I love that.
And I think that helps.
Yeah. So basically, we're going to be shake and awake this month. Shake and bake like chicken. Did you ever do shake and bake chicken?
Oh my gosh,
that is the visual
it.
that just dropped into my head. Like shake and bake chicken. And this is just the beginning. So things are not going to be able to be hidden anymore. I just feel like I can see a big flashlight being shined down. That sounds so weird. Why does that sound so weird?
Shined.
Okay, well, there's going to be a big light illuminating everything right now, and we're going to really see things for what they are. So people are going to start waking up from their dream state. And this is going to be maybe a time that I feel like a lot of us are going to be needed right now because we went through this, I mean, you before me, you were 2017 when you started like waking up.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there was like in the last couple, like maybe 15 years, there's like 3 awakenings.
Yeah. And so mine was 2019.
Yeah, there was like a 2012 one.
Yeah. There
was a 2017 one and 2019 one. Yeah. That's what I heard.
Like probably 2019, 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, because COVID really woke up a lot of people. So I just, I mean, I think we're going to be needed for the next wave of people. I think it's getting less and less gentle. Like, I think the people who, awoken in like 2010, who've been just sitting here waiting for ever, I know, but it's going quicker and quicker. Like the waves are coming quicker and quicker because it's like, things are shifting so quickly right now. So if it feels like just straight chaos, do not cling to the chaos. It is going to be harder to stay grounded if you consume and wrap yourself up in the chaos.
Yeah, if you and here's like a quick thing that I do. If I'm writing and it's like in my head, I can feel it. I'm like, oh, and I'm just writing something.
Yeah.
That's when I know I'm getting wrapped up in the chaos. Like I almost posted something the other day and I was like, ugh, and I was like, oh, never mind. I don't want to post this because it's not even aligned with where I want to be going anyways.
Yeah. And that's how you live consciously is you just think about those things.
And then I'll sit on it for 2 weeks and I might feel the same way, but I'm not like anymore. I'm like, yeah, you motherfuckers need to know what's up. And then I'll just post it. And that's when I'm like, oh yeah, that's when I have the best feeling. I'm like, okay, bye.
Yeah. Coming from like a more neutral perspective.
Yeah, but it's still the same words basically.
Yeah. Okay, I have one more thing to share.
Okay.
My friend Jamie, who is amazing. I was just talking to her about something, and you guys know I'm just like in a weird limbo phase where I'm like, what does my future look like? What am I going to do with my life? I love what I'm doing right now currently like on social media, but that's not my purpose, right? It's not my forever. I don't really know where I'm going and what doors are going to open. I do feel like there's something coming. I can feel the energy of it. I just don't know what it is yet. And so she shared this story with me, and I'm going to share it really quick. It's super short. And I just love this. So she said, a grandpa and a kid get lost and they can't remember what road to take home. They both prayed and felt good about taking the right road. They went and only went about 2 miles before it was a dead end. The little boy was confused why they were both told to go right. The grandpa said, if we would have gone left, we would have been driving and driving with fear and anxiety if we took the wrong way. I don't think that's supposed to say that. So since they took the right road and they now know that they took the wrong road, now they know it for sure was the left road. So sometimes we have to go down the wrong road to know the right road. And I really like that because that's like, it gets more clarity. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh, wow.
So that was really powerful. She sent that to me because of a situation I was sharing with her. And she's like, sometimes you have to go down the wrong road to get a clear answer of what the right road is.
That's so funny.
Isn't that crazy?
Oh my gosh.
I thought that was really good. And it was like,
I feel like that applies so much to my life.
Yeah.
I was literally, the first time I was on the phone with this guy, I won't say his name yet, but my ex-lover texted me. He had been MIA for like 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks.
Was the universe testing you?
Texted me right at the moment I was calling him.
Yeah.
And I was like, that's funny. I'm going to ignore you. Bye.
Good.
But it's exactly that.
Yeah.
It's, we went down a road and it's like, that didn't work. And
yeah.
I mean, I knew it wasn't going to work.
But if you didn't go down that road, then you might have always been questioning, what if I was supposed to go down that road?
Yeah.
And you just never knew.
Yeah.
So that's
actually, we don't know about this road either. We're going to figure it out.
I know, but
again, it's the same thing.
Yeah, it's the same thing. If you don't go down the road, if you choose to be like, oh, I'm not going to go down the road, it's too scary, then you'll never know.
Then I'll never know. And
that's the way I think you're going into this specific situation. And I think that is so like mature and so fun and so all of the things, because you're going to go down the road, and if it doesn't work, you said there's going to be lessons, and if it does work, fuck yeah, you might have a baby soon, you know?
Yeah, like, literally 9 months. What's it?
Oh, you got to plan it around astrology. What baby do you want? What
Sagittarius baby? I want to.
That's char. You want a fire? Fire is good. Fire is good.
I rather it be December than January.
Yeah. A little Sag
but
baby.
I'd rather have a Scorpio baby, if I'm being honest.
Fun.
So maybe I can get like an early.
Look at us planning out when you're going to have a baby.
Well, let's hear the human design. I feel like it's going to be a boy, though.
So fun.
This is delusion. I'm totally here for it.
It is delusion.
It's art, you guys. This is expression of art. What do you think? Here's the thing is, what I have always wanted is an arranged marriage, and I have not been afforded that in this lifetime.
An arranged marriage?
Yeah, because I know my friends could pick a good mate for me.
Yeah.
So why not? Like, it would just be so nice. Like, I feel like we could make it work out. If my friends vetted one guy,
yeah,
and like, yeah, we collectively agree that that's a guy.
You'd be like, okay,
let's do it. And then I just walk down the aisle and be like, this is it. You know?
Oh my gosh. Okay, well, if this for some reason doesn't work out, you need to like go on Love is Blind or something. I know you haven't seen that, but I'm like, I love it.
I feel like everyone's going to be super like party mode in Love is Blind.
No.
They're not?
No.
They're good?
I mean, they're ready to get married. They're like
okay.
serious.
I'm down for Love is Blind.
Do you know what it is? So they basically are in pods and they date each other, and you get to know each other on a deep level, like hours and hours and hours. Like they spend hundreds of hours like meeting people, and then you connect with people so you're getting to know, their heart and their soul and their values and like those things without actually seeing them. And after they have proposed, then you get to see each other.
Oh my gosh, I could do that.
And then you go on a honeymoon together to like make sure, because then you need the physical connection, right?
Yeah.
And then you move in together, and then they live together for a few weeks, and then they walk down the aisle and decide if they're going to say yes or no at the altar.
Yeah.
So
I'm here for it.
It's such a cool, like, I love that kind of, I love reality TV. It's so fascinating. Most of it's just garbage, but I love analyzing like you can just tell so many of them are stuck in these like trauma loops.
Oh yeah.
And they never heal. So it's like season after season after season of dealing with the same issue, like drowning it with alcohol, just like it's just so fascinating to watch. Like humans are so fascinating to watch.
Yeah.
But I think that show would be so fun. And
Okay,
I
well,
obviously
I'll
can't be on it.
apply.
I'm too old. I'm a mom.
Oh shit, I'm too old then.
Oh,
You just said you're too old.
well,
We're
I
like
mean,
the same
like,
age.
yeah, I don't know. I think I'm trying to think
But
how
with Oliveda, I'm looking younger.
like
You guys-
this is how old I am,
Am
but
I doing it correctly?
maybe they'll do almost 40 version.
Okay.
I mean, one of the girls that's like 28 is engaged to like the guy is 28 and the girl's 33.
Oh wow, yeah.
But still,
Okay,
we're
well,
still a tad
why don't we
older
just
than
create
that.
our own Love Is Blind?
Yeah, I was gonna say let's just do it on our own.
Yeah.
I'll bring
use
in
your
some
house,
male
kick-
suitors. You can just scream outside of the office door. You guys can talk through my door.
Yeah. Hello. Do you like aliens?
What's your astrology? Can you say that louder, please?
Time
As
of
Gus
birth.
Gus is barking and peeing all over.
Yeah, and if they don't know their time, here's the thing too: is like any guy that knows their astrology front to back.
That's just a yes
Oh
automatically.
no! You got to throw them out. They either have had because they're usually narcissists and they use that as a manipulation tool.
Oh.
So men who are obsessed. Okay, there's a few. This is a complete generalization, but I've noticed the men I date who know their astrology back and forth, they're so in their feminine that they're like actually not the type of man I want to be with. I'm like, okay, baby, you know too much about astrology.
I did not date when I knew anything about this.
Yeah.
I think it would be so fun to date knowing astrology and human design.
Oh yeah.
I've married 2 Aries, you guys, and I would 100% go for another Aries.
We were just talking about how we love Aries men.
Yeah, I do love Aries men. And even like guys in the past I've dated have been Aries. And I didn't know that. I didn't consciously know that until, like a couple years ago.
Yeah, this guy's an Aries. The last lover I had was an Aries. My ex-fiance was Aries.
So stoked about that this guy's Aries. I love Aries men.
Yeah,
I
and
really
he's Scorpio rising, and I'm Scorpio rising, which means we're intense as fuck.
So exciting.
I know, and I love intensity. I'm like usually too intense for people. And I'm like, I don't know. I got to tone it down. And I don't want to tone it.
All I got to say is next week's episode is going to be, I mean, it's like a week and a half away. You guys are going to have to wait like 2 weeks to hear what happens with Baytop, but it's going to be worth the wait.
Yeah. Like I'll do a little pee test on the stick before I come out.
Oh my gosh. She's set on this.
I'm like legit honest. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. Like I'm down to.
I know you're not kidding.
Yeah,
and I'm like just so stoked for you.
Well, I had visions of my son. So I've seen him a few times over the past few years, and he's come to me. He's like blonde hair, blue eyes.
Oh my gosh!
And he has this nose, and I really hope this guy that I'm going to see next week doesn't listen to this because I don't want to tell him this part. But he has this nose. It's like wider and more bubbly, and
I'm a button nose.
Yeah, and it's wide, and I'm like, what is that nose? Like, that is not my nose. And this dude has that nose, and he has like bluish green eyes, and my whole family's blue-eyed.
Yeah.
And so I'm not saying, but I'm like, that's interesting.
She's not saying it's him, but she's saying it might be him.
It could be him. And I really want that baby to be birthed. He's so beautiful.
Oh,
yeah.
He'll come when he's supposed to be here. He
Next
knows
week.
exactly when he's supposed to be here. Next week.
Next week.
He's already with you.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, I had an energy appointment not too long ago, and Char did. And the cool thing she was talking about is how like we aren't here when we're conceived. We are here long before that.
Yeah.
Like in our mother's womb. So trauma that our mother has been through, we were literally there. Yeah, and so that's why it's so easy to carry these like traumas from, generation to generation, because we were there from when she was born.
Yeah, exactly.
So we've been through all of her traumas basically. And then our kids have been through all of our traumas. So that's why it's so important when you heal, you're literally healing generations forward and backward. And anyways, that was a random thought, but
yeah, it's true though. And from what I've heard from a lot of people, they've had visions of who their child is before they're even born.
That's so
like
cool.
they come to them.
So cool.
There's a word for that, but I just forgot the word.
Intuitive. Just kidding.
Yeah, intuitive.
That's not the word. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Well,
you guys, next time is going to be a really good update, I hope.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be hilarious.
It's going to be good no matter what.
Yeah, it's going to be like, I have one arm.
He only got half my arm, and I stabbed him with the other arm.
Yeah, I escaped.
And then Lumberjack Sonder came to the rescue, and
Sonder, he's ripping my arm off.
Help me.
Yeah, it could be, like, that's hilarious. After I get it sewn, and stitched up.
You could have a hot prosthetic.
Yeah, I could.
There's probably a king for that too. Then you just open the door for a whole new group of men.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna end this conversation now.
Right.
It's getting weirder and weirder.
All
Okay.
Right.
Awaken.
Oh. No, you're right.
It's
Awaken.
not live.
Awaken.
Laugh.
Repeat.
Oh my God. Okay, bye.
Bye.